I'm the second speaker of Deutsche Windtechnik, talking today about integrated services. My name is Jörg Fuchs. I'm working in wind business since 2007, and in the past, from 2012 to 2015, I worked as the head of technical operations management. And during that time, an idea was born. An idea that probably everybody of you knows as a picture from the airport. An airplane arrives at the parking position. Several vehicles, several teams are arriving at the airplane, entering the airplane to perform a variety of services. Everything under a very tight schedule, because downtime is really costing a lot of money for the utilities, or in this case the airline here. So inspired by that idea, the idea was to offer integrated services in wind business as well. When you have an idea and you want to turn it into a product, you have to have some market considerations, and I would suggest that we have a look on the market to see if there's really a market for this product. We see today that maintenance contracts are mostly divided into basic and full services, but we have a growing majority of full service contracts, and we have partial services, which are apparently rare, and we have full service contracts which last on average 8.2 years, and the duration of full service contracts is increasing. So this is quite good condition to improve full service contracts and add some additional benefit for the customer here. The second step is to see what kind of services can you offer, what can you put into this product. And we took a look at our service concept, and we saw that we offer a large variety of services. Of course, we can offer all the scheduled maintenance. Of course, as a full service provider, we can offer on-site interventions, minor repairs, up-tower repairs, main component exchange, switch operations. But as a full service provider, as we see Deutsche Windtechnik, we believe that the additional service and our concept to offer really everything that is needed in a wind farm makes a real difference. So we offer retrofits. Does the beamer work? Retrofits. We offer statutory inspections. We have framework agreements with certified bodies. We offer gearbox inspection, blade inspection, condition-based inspection for blades, nacelle and tower, recurring inspections according to DIBT, the management also of external damages in a full service contract, and of course turbine optimization due to upgrades, and a very current topic, the prolonged operation of wind turbines with several additional services like inspections, calculation of remaining lifetime management, and when it comes to an end, also the repowering. And of course, every product has an external framework. So this product is limited by an external framework, which is of course maintenance manuals, health and safety, competition, cost efficiency, legislations, high availability, high yields, transparency, and to bring it to a point, it's all about performance. Let's have a look at the internal framework. The internal framework is of course also the maintenance schedule, health and safety, high quality, cost efficiency, disposition, availability of resources, qualification and best practice. And this can all be controlled by our service and customer relations management or technical operations management department in a combination. During the life cycle of a wind turbine, you see a lot of services which have a schedule where deadline management is a very crucial point. And we can manage all these inspections and this schedule within a full service contract, which reduces interfaces between different players within the activities around your wind farm. To take a look at the technical operations, you can see that combined service and technical operations offer strong advantages. For example, cost-efficient operation of a wind farm, simplified communication, benefit from framework contracts. Like I said before, we have those framework contracts with certified bodies, which reduces costs for the wind farm operator. In the technical operations management, deadline management is a very important point. We can offer that in-house. Avoidance of expensive journeys by intelligent dispatchment is a very crucial point when you're talking about reducing costs, because you know, wind farms are spread in Germany with very small numbers of turbines at one location. So that is really a crucial point to avoid costs. And of course, you can also avoid duplicate reporting due to bringing these services also into a full service contract. I would like to give you some example what can happen if that is not the case. This is of course a worst case scenario, but maybe many operators and technical operations manager know this problem. There is a defect, for example, on an ascent, yeah, and before this defect is resolved, it comes to a situation where service intervention is required. The turbine is in failure, and the service provider goes to the turbine to remedy the failure, but he cannot perform his work because the defect of the ascent is still on the turbine, and he is not allowed to climb the turbine. What is happening here is inevitable downtime, because first of all the ascent has to be repaired, then the service provider performs its troubleshooting, the turbine failure is cleared, and the service provider of course cannot held liable for this inevitable downtime and production losses until this turbine is in system okay. So that's a bad situation for both parties, because of course you've got these production losses, it has a negative impact on the availability of the turbine, and nobody is really held reliable for that, because the service provider is not in charge of that issue of taking care of the ascent. If you put the responsibility for that also to the service provider, so he's in charge of all the statutory inspections and taking care of lifts, ascents, and all safety equipment of the turbine, then this defect is already detected at the latest maintenance. It's already scheduled within a disposition tool, and it is repaired before it comes to the next intervention. So a turbine stop which requires service intervention on site. The turbine failure can be resolved immediately. There's a limited inevitable downtime, and the service provider performs its troubleshooting immediately, which reduces downtime, reduces the production losses, and the turbine gets into system okay quite fast. So additional services, statutory inspections, surveys and certifications are a very crucial point of this business. Maintaining wind turbines, we have to state, is more than scheduled and unscheduled maintenance, and interfaces to technical operator and external service providers cause duplicated reporting, additional downtime, and of course avoidable costs. So we believe that the consolidated service concept of Deutsche Windtechnik offers solutions to these problems. I just told before that we can offer the management of external damages in a full service contract. So every customer is free in his choice to carry a higher risk and more variable cost having a basic contract or having a service concept which is without the external damages but a full service concept, but he's also got the chance to add the external damages in a full service concept. Here interfaces are also simplified. There are no deductibles and write-offs if it comes to a case of external damages within the full maintenance scope, because external damages is handled the same way like in internal damages. So management of claims and meet of demands is all one out of one hand. So that makes things much simpler and reduces also the staff which is required on the customer side or in the technical operations side to handle that if it comes out of a full service contract of Deutsche Windtechnik. Yeah, the reason why all this can be offered is of course very much linked to the possibilities of digitalization. We can really state that digitalization is the key to integrated services, and it enables us to make information accessible at any place and in real time. So I see that without digitalization there's no chance to offer that kind of services in that way. But Deutsche Windtechnik is also very much far ahead in digital solutions. We are using a system which is called Mobile. It's a digital service management system with three major blocks: the task management, the knowledge database, and the interface to the customer portal. In the task management, it's all about the coordination of tasks. It's providing exact work instructions to the service technicians. There's a preparation of a mission report, which gets into a service report at the end of the work. There's maintenance planning included, and the service technicians receive the current status of the turbine and the status of all the tasks that will be required, so they can bring the right materials and the right tools to fix the problem immediately. There's a knowledge database which is the collection of all information regarding the turbine and the wind farm, and it's also for the improvement of our services. It's a collection of experience data. Last but not least, the interface to the customer portal is offering to the customer the information in real time. So what's going to happen at my turbine? What is the current status of the turbine? It's all comes along with photo documentation. So every task is documented by a photo. That there's a good administration of the reporting, and it's a solid database for the life log of the wind turbine. The system is located in what we call the Deutsche Windtechnik World. It's a web-based portal which is offering a large variety of different blocks here. It's about the acquisition and provision of information such as quality, health and safety and environmental data, turbine data. There's a dangerous goods cataster which is used by the service technicians and also by the colleagues that are sending out materials to the site. There's of course the human resources information, so we can assure that the teams that are sent to the turbine and that are selected for the specific type of work have all the qualifications that is required for the performance of this work. There's a customer portal included in the system as well, so the customer has this app here with his asset data and wind farm data, and of course in the background there are automated processes which are providing data, the health and safety, environmental files, report preparation, And it's also holding an internal training and knowledge platform for the service technicians, so that we do not have to bring the service technicians to a training outside of the turbine, if it's just a theoretical background, but they have an e-learning platform embedded in the Deutsche Windtechnik world as well, where they can receive online courses, and they finish these courses, and the certificates are then again brought into the human resources information, so it is assured that maybe a certificate of them is prolonged after finishing an online course. So digitalization is really a practical problem solver. It helps us a lot in the insurance management, in maintenance optimization, and of course in process optimization. And we believe modern wind farm management has a lot of challenges like rapidness, quality, transparency, cost efficiency, clearness, scalability, but we are offering also a solution for that, and the solution is big data, artificial intelligence, a dashboard cockpit, not only for the disposition but also for the service technicians, and scalable process power. So real-time availability of relevant data for integrated services and transition-free action. There's one other strong advantage for a customer to choose a system where a service system where those statutory inspections and other additional services are integrated in the full service contract, also for the reason of the calculation of downtime and challenging the service provider. Because if we include these services, there's no additional downtime for other external third parties which come to the turbine for rotor blade inspection, which is having another 10 hours downtime for gearbox video endoscopic inspection that on average has 3 hours downtime. So it's all integrated in one service contract, and there's one total technical availability of the turbine at the end of the year. So it's very clear also to discuss that in a review after 1 year to see how we are with our technical availability in this full service contract. So what are the key market drivers? Of course, governmental and public factors, market factors, competition factors, and there are some main factors also for the independent service provider, because cheaper turbine service for new plants is required. We have a worldwide requirement of wind technicians' expertise and rise of external maintenance services, and we believe that we should integrate it into full service contracts. I would like to give you an outlook on the development of the market, and this is also some evidence of the strategies of ISPs offering more and more services, and coming up to a market position where they are in most cases offering more services than you could expect from an OEM. And that is leading to a strong growth of ISPs and a solid position in the market in the next years. And we are very optimistic that we are going to accept the challenges of the market, and we're having the right answers for this very challenging business. And we are looking forward to be your service provider with additional services, integrated services in one contract, and big benefits for the customer. So thank you for your kind attention.